So, hey guys, Chauzu here. So I thought we'd talk about the level limit break batch in this video. A bit late video for this, I know, but there's been other stuff going on and I've been busy. But I will say that as part of my filler content for Treasure Map, if you don't know, usually when there's Treasure Map, I want to focus on that. I don't want to be making content at the same time. So for this Treasure Map, I made teams using all of the new level limit break Treasure Map free-to-play units because, yeah, Bandai are doing exactly what I wanted. I'm really grateful and they've done a good job. These 4 Treasure Map units have got amazing buffs in both Captain and Special. And the Rumble Rare Recruits have also got decent buffs. We look at them quickly at least. As you all know, PvP is not my main interest here. But let's jump right into it. And as I said, I've tested these actually, and all teams I made have been with them as captains, and it has been with 2 of each. So in my teams I made, I used 2 Mihawk as captain, 2 Whitebeard, 2 Ace, 2 Cavendish, and it works fine. They are really strong now. But yeah, Mihawk. And let's just focus on the new stuff. You know, the old stuff weren't that great. But yeah, Mihawk now, -1 CD captain for slashers. Slashers get 4.25 times 8 attack, 1.3 times HP, quick recovery tandem matching, and boosts slasher characters first class only attack by a further 1.25 times when you used his special. So out of the captains, I say this is one of the weaker ones, but still this is very strong. It goes up to like a 5.3, 5.4 times attack, but only when you use the special and only for characters who have slashers as first class. And by that, like you see on Mihawk here, for example, is a slasher. Usually you have 2 classes now, so if Mihawk released today, he'd maybe be slasher and free spirit maybe, then free spirit will be second. But if Mihawk was free spirit slasher, he wouldn't get that buffed attack boost. Which, well, like when I try making teams, it feels like every slasher is a secondary class slasher, so it's hard to take advantage of that extra buff. It does make quick matching, which means that slashers can't get negative warps, which is pretty decent too. Special, pretty damn good. 11 CD. A lot of damage to all enemies, and he reduced barriers by 2 turns. I'd say that's the biggest buff this Mihawk has got in the kit, because barrier removal has become very important in Treasure Map in particular. So having another option to remove barrier that will often be boosted, very nice. 3.25 times chain lock for 2 turns, and 2 turns of 2.25 times orb boost for 2 turns. So yeah, it's basically the same. They made the numbers bigger, 2 turns instead of 1 turn, and you reduce barrier by 2 turns. So it's a nice buff, but yeah, I'd say that Mihawk didn't get the biggest buff here, to say the least. Moving on, Whitebeard. Yeah, he's very dope now. Whitebeard's buffed captain ability, -1 CD, 1.5 times HP, and then you get an attack boost depending on the HP, minimum 2 times HP with max HP, and when you're close to 1 HP, you get a 5.5 times attack boost, which is obviously great for a free-to-play. And yeah, you can't complain there. Like, it's hard to get the biggest captain ability, but like this is a captain ability that we could have seen for like 2 years ago, so that will have been. So it's very cool to give that a free-to-play. As for the special, that's the biggest buff for him in my opinion. 50% self HP cut. Changes all slots including block to int. Boost the type effect, boost the color affinity of striker and powerhouse by 1.5 times for 1 turn, which can be overwritten. So just a nice small color affinity bonus, and if you want a better color affinity, you can easily get it. Deals a lot of damage to all enemies. And if the enemy is immune to delay or has full immunity, you get a 2 times orb boost for 1 turn. And if the enemy has a barrier, you also get a 2.5 times attack boost for 1 turn for the crew. Before that attack boost was just for Whitebeard, now it's for the crew. So yeah, basically it means that if you face an enemy with a barrier, Whitebeard special alone gives a full board of matching, well, int orbs, very high attack boost, good orb boost, and a bonus color affinity which you can replace. Really good, and if you saw my treasure map team yesterday, I'm actually using him for one of those battles, so that's a very good sign, I'd say. Very good buff for sure. Ace. Ace is a strength, quick, and psi captain. You need one of each. If you do, you get 1.35 times HP and recovery, 5.25 times attack when your units have strength orbs, otherwise 4.25 times attack. And if you tap with Ace with a strength orb, you also get an ignite conditional, which is burn, so a free conditional when tapping. So yeah, very cool. And you know that Ace will also apply burn with his special to give a bit of synergy with his kit. And yeah, it's basically very similar to Mihawk. Basically, you only get the full attack boost when you use his special, but you don't have any extra requirements of needing certain classes. And well, it's more consistent, I'd say. So it's actually a very cool cap for sure. Special, only 8 CD, which is amazing. You change all slots, including block, to strength. You apply burn to the enemy, not the biggest burn, 60 times. 100 is like the standard legends get, so 60 not the best. You reduce chain debuffs by 5 turns, which is an incredible bonus. When I tried him out, I didn't even use this, but this can definitely see some play. Strength, quick, and psi courage get a 2.25 attack boost for 2 turns. And if your captain is free spirit, strength, quick, and size strength orbs are made matching. So yeah, just a great special overall. 2 turns matching orbs is great, of course, as well to block negative orbs from the enemy potentially. And it's even better considering his low CD, so you can reliably block it too. Great buff. But the highest captain ability buff actually went to Cavendish. If we look at Cavendish captain ability, he's a 4.5 times driven captain, 1.2 times HP, extra recovery at the end of the turn, and if the character of the same type land 3 good or better strikes in a row, driven get an extra buff, 1.25 times, and the math here ends up being a 5.625 times attack boost to driven. For free to play, that's absolutely crazy, and it's actually pretty easy to hit. Like, let's say you run Cavendish, double Cavendish captain, and a psi sub, hit with those 3, and the driven unit you hit with after will get that max captain ability. So if you face int content, for example, and run a mono side team with Cavendish, it's very easy. Or if you like just run Cavendish captain as size sub, and then you can run whatever you want, and the other units will get that higher attack boost. I made some good use of this in my showcase, which you will see in a few days. Special also got a pretty decent buff. He still removes beneficial effects. As a bonus, they added CD reduction for middle row by 2 turns. Another bonus is that he sets defense to 0 for 1 turn. The heal is the same as before. He changes block and unfavorable now to matching. And driven get 2.25 times attack and orb boost. Before it was just like 1.75 times, so this is a lot more substantial. But yeah, great buffs all around, and I can't wait to see what happens. The next batch, I also wish we got a few more units, because we're not going to catch up with this raid. It's going to be a very slow drip. I wish we got like 3 or 4 more every batch. They could do some treasure map units, some Kisna units, maybe some rare recruits too, but well, we'll see what happens. But at least they added some PvP units. Let's take a quick look at them. Calgara and Noland, PvP units only get PvP buffs. Rumble ability, they added a def down to int. And yeah, some nice extra special CD speed up by the end. So they are basically a better sub against in teams, which was already their main use. To further aid this, they also added, like, I think the damage is higher, I didn't double check to be honest, but they do add that they hit high def int units for a guaranteed 2500 damage. One negative here is that int team nowadays are the Riven team, so there's not only int units, but still very good bonus. Might be worth considering them as a sub now, which is pretty good since Psy in general lacks good subs. Kaku, probably a bit more significant buff since Kaku was already pretty good when you face Dex. And yeah, they make him even better against Dex. Not only does he slow Dex down, I think he even slows them down more. He also adds a death down, which obviously helps a lot. It's just the first 40 seconds, but well, in general you want Kaku on the field for 40 seconds, and when that runs out you like him to get knocked out and get in a better unit, but godlike against Dex for the first 40 seconds. And yeah, he does a lot more damage now, like before getting hit with Kaku didn't even leave a scratch, so to say. But now good damage, you add a good death down, and you even get an extra hit in the beginning of the battle when you want to use Kaku anyway. So basically an already good PvP unit getting even better. And yeah, I will definitely try him out, I guess. Like Slasher are already great against Dex, and Slasher are mainly strength. You can just put Kaku on a Slasher team and Dex will have an even harder time than they already do. But yeah, that's the level limit break batch for this month. The coming days I will have videos up for all of these trash map free to play units. I hope you look forward to that. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.